Colorado lawmakers have considered recreational marijuana an essential business. Customers have been able to go pick up or go through a drive-thru during the pandemic. But with more vaccinations and an end in sight, there's a push to keep the service going. Micah Smith is in the newsroom. And Micah, there are concerns with this as well.
Molly, the push to make temporary drive-through and pickup options permanent comes as many cities in Colorado are legalizing marijuana delivery and other cannabis industry services. But some are worried about loosening restrictions and the impact it could have on consumption. For almost a year in Denver,
have a happy, healthy, and high day.
Customers who want to purchase a cannabis product can do so without getting out of their cars or going inside of a dispensary.
This is something that allows consumers and medical patients to get the products they need in a way that makes them most comfortable.
Truman Bradley, the executive director of the Marijuana Industry Group, says even though these conveniences were made legal due to the pandemic, they should be here to stay. However, currently, the city of Denver does not have rules in place to help drive-thrus and walk-up options stick around after COVID-19 restrictions are lifted.
COVID has fundamentally changed the way that consumers and patients interact with retailers, whether that's groceries, pharmacies, and yes, cannabis.
While some city council members have already shown support for making drive-thru and walk-up cannabis sales permanent, other organizations are questioning the long-term impact.
We're going to continue to see this industry push to have more avenues to sell its product because the marijuana industry is a for-profit industry that wants to get as many people using its drug as possible.
Luke Neferatos, the executive vice president of Smart Approaches to Marijuana, or SAM, says Colorado voters were promised that marijuana sales would be strictly regulated.
And yet, at every twist and turn, the industry seems to be jumping at opportunities to remove the regulations that we had put on this industry.
But Bradley says regulations surrounding dispensaries should change over time.
Colorado has a great legacy of this industry being safe. We're now 10 years in for medical and 7 for adult use.
And even though the pandemic sparked this latest temporary change, City Council will decide if this and many other conveniences become permanent. Under state law, marijuana drive-through and walk-up sales are legal. However, Colorado's Marijuana Enforcement Division requires local governments to opt into the rule in order for those services to stick around after the pandemic ends. Brian?